Hey there, everybody! Welcome back to another episode where we dive into the wild world of online dating. Today, we're going to talk about the highs and lows of finding love in the digital age. Let's talk about online dating. You know, the whole swiping left, swiping right thing. It's become such a common part of our lives, hasn't it? Yeah, it can be a jungle out there, navigating through profiles, trying to find that one person who might just be the perfect match. It's a bit like ordering something online. You browse through options, read descriptions, and hope for the best. But just like online shopping, you never know quite what you're going to get until it shows up at your door. Sometimes it's a pleasant surprise, and other times, well, not so much. And trust me, I've had my fair share of surprises. From dates that looked nothing like their photos to conversations that went from 0 to awkward in seconds. But there's one Tinder date story that takes the cake. It was supposed to be a simple coffee date, but it turned into something I'll never forget. It was a complete and utter disaster, filled with awkward moments, unexpected twists, and a whole lot of laughter, eventually. Imagine spilling coffee on yourself, getting locked out of the cafe, and then realizing you've been talking to the wrong person the whole time. So, buckle up, grab your favorite snack, and get ready for a wild ride through the ups and downs of online dating. This story has it all, the good, the bad, and the hilariously unexpected. Because this, my friends, is a story for the books. Whether you're a seasoned swiper or new to the game, there's something here for everyone. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the crazy world of online dating together. Okay, so picture this. It's Friday night and I'm swiping through Tinder. The week has been long, work has been stressful, and I'm just looking for a bit of excitement to kick off the weekend. Suddenly, I see this guy, Mark. His profile pops up and I'm immediately intrigued. Looks cute, right? Nice smile, seemed to have a sense of humor based on his bio. He's got this witty line about loving dogs but being allergic to cats, and I can't help but chuckle. We're talking about our favorite travel destinations, what we do for fun. He mentions he's been to Italy, and I tell him about my dream to visit the Amalfi Coast someday. I'm thinking, okay, this could be promising. He's funny, well-traveled, and seems genuinely interested in what I have to say. We decide to meet up for dinner at this trendy new Italian place downtown. It's one of those spots everyone's been raving about, and I've been dying to try it. I'm excited. I put on my favorite outfit, do my hair, the whole 9 yards. I even spritz on a bit of my favorite perfume, the one that always makes me feel confident. I'm ready to be swept off my feet, or at least have a decent plate of pasta. As I step out of the house, I can't help but feel a mix of excitement and nervousness. The city is alive with energy, and I'm walking towards what I hope will be a fantastic evening. The restaurant is just a few blocks away, and with every step, my anticipation grows. I arrive at the restaurant and look around for Mark. The place is buzzing with people, and the aroma of freshly cooked Italian food fills the air. I check my phone to see if he's messaged me, but there's nothing. I start to feel a bit anxious, wondering if he's going to show up. Little did I know things were about to take a turn, and not in the way I expected. I arrive at the restaurant first, all dressed up and ready to go. I had spent hours picking out the perfect outfit, making sure every detail was just right. My hair was styled, my makeup was flawless, and I felt a mix of excitement and nervousness bubbling inside me. The hostess shows me to a table and I take a seat, feeling those pre-date jitters. I glance around the restaurant, taking in the ambiance, the soft lighting, and the gentle hum of conversations around me. I try to calm my racing heart by taking deep breaths. You know the feeling, right? A mix of excitement and nervousness. My fingers tap anxiously on the table as I check my phone for the 100th time, making sure I haven't missed any messages. I wonder if he's feeling the same way. Then, I see him walking towards me. My heart skips a beat as I recognize him from his profile pictures. Or at least, I think I do. He looks a bit different in person, but I brush it off, thinking it might just be the lighting. Now, remember how I said Mark looked cute in his pictures? Those perfectly angled selfies, the charming smile, the stylish outfits. I had swiped right without a second thought, imagining all the possibilities. Well, let's just say the camera and he weren't exactly on speaking terms. As he gets closer, I noticed the differences. The photos had been generous, to say the least. He looked a little different, a little older maybe. The youthful glow from his pictures seemed to have faded, replaced by a more mature, weathered look. It wasn't necessarily bad, just unexpected. And that full head of hair in his pictures, the thick, luscious locks that had caught my eye, let's just say the reality was a little more sparse. His hairline had receded quite a bit, and the volume was noticeably lacking. It was a stark contrast to the image I had in my mind. He greets me with a "Hey, you look different." His tone is casual, but there's an awkwardness in his expression that makes me cringe a little inside. Different? Really, Mark? That's the best you got? I force a smile, trying to hide my disappointment. I had hoped for a connection, for sparks to fly, but instead I'm left feeling a bit deflated. Expectations versus reality, right? Sometimes they just don't match up. I'm trying to keep an open mind here, folks. Maybe he's just having a bad hair day. We're about to order drinks when suddenly, this woman at the bar yells out, "Mark, is that you?" Mark turns around, a huge smile spreading across his face. "Stephanie, wow, I can't believe it's you." He gives her a big hug and introduces us. "Stephanie, this is, he stumbles over my name. Clearly, he's forgotten it already. "Smooth move, Mark." Stephanie, all smiles and perfectly coiffed hair, joins us at our table. It's becoming pretty clear that this is not how I envisioned my Friday night going. Section 5. Dinner with a side of awkward. So now I'm stuck in this bizarre love triangle situation. Mark and Stephanie are catching up like old friends, reminiscing about their college days. I'm pretty sure they completely forgot I was even there. I'm just awkwardly sipping my water, trying to make eye contact with a waiter. Anyone. The waiter finally takes our order and the awkwardness continues. Mark and Stephanie are completely engrossed in their conversation. They're laughing, they're whispering, they're practically finishing each other's sentences. It's like watching a bad romantic comedy, except I'm not laughing. Section 6. The wine starts talking. As dinner progresses, things get even weirder. The wine starts flowing, and Mark and Stephanie are getting louder and more affectionate. They're holding hands, they're gazing into each other's eyes. At one point, Mark even feeds Stephanie a piece of his lasagna. I'm pretty sure I saw a waiter choke on his breadstick. I'm starting to feel like I'm in an episode of The Twilight Zone. I mean, what in the world is going on here? This is not a date. This is an intervention. Someone needs to intervene and tell Mark that he's on a date. With me. Section 7. Check, please. And a side of shock. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, dinner is over. The waiter brings the check, and that's when things take another unexpected turn. Mark looks at me and says, "So we can just split this 3 ways, right? Split it 3 ways? Excuse me? Did he actually just say that?" I'm speechless. I'm ready to unleash my inner comedian and give him a piece of my mind. But before I could even respond, Stephanie jumps in and says, "Oh, Mark, you're so sweet, but I've got this." She grabs the check and throws down her credit card. Section 8. Their sudden departure without me. Mark and Stephanie are now walking out of the restaurant arm in arm without a backward glance. I'm sitting there, flabbergasted, with my jaw on the floor. Did that really just happen? Did I just get ditched on a date? By the guy who brought another date? I mean, I've heard of bad dates before, but this was next level. I didn't know whether to laugh, cry, or call the restaurant to make sure it wasn't some kind of hidden camera prank show. Section 9. The text that changed everything. The next day, I wake up to a text message from Mark. "Hey, I had a really great time last night. We should do it again sometime. Just the 2 of us." Just the 2 of us? Is this guy for real? Does he have any idea what transpired the night before? I decided to have a little fun with it. I texted back, "Oh, you mean like a double date with you, me, Stephanie, and her husband?" Silence. Pure, deafening silence. Section 10. Lessons learned and laughter found. So what did I learn from this whole disastrous Tinder date experience? Well, for starters, online dating can be a real roller coaster ride. You never know who you're going to meet or what kind of crazy situations you might find yourself in. But you know what? As much as I wanted to crawl under a rock and hide after that date, I couldn't help but laugh about it eventually. I mean, come on, it was like something out of a sitcom. Section 11. The wild world of online dating. The world of online dating is full of surprises, and sometimes you just have to embrace the chaos. It's a reminder to not take things too seriously and to always be open to the unexpected. And hey, if all else fails, it makes for a pretty hilarious story to tell at parties. So, to all you brave souls out there navigating the world of online dating, keep your heads up, your swiping fingers ready, and remember, sometimes the worst dates make the best stories.